Yo, what's going on, you guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video, we're going to be going over the best defenses in college football 25. We're going to be going over the top 3 defenses that you guys can use to start clamping down your opponents. And I'm going to go over the exact reasons why these plays are as good as they are. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below, hit that noti bell so you guys never miss an upload. And if you guys got nothing to say, just comment FTA. And if you guys have any questions about the defenses that we're going to be talking about today, leave it down in the comment section and I'll try my best to get back to you guys. Now, I didn't want to make this video too early on because I don't like posting misinformation when it comes to the channel. So I waited a little bit and now we can actually drop it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my beautiful face off of the screen so we can go over the top 3 defenses in college football so you guys can get more stops. So we're going to start off with my favorite defense in the game, and that is 3-4 odd. And first things first, this is where you can find 3-4 odd in these 5 different playbooks. A good amount of playbooks, if you ask me. 3-3, 3-2-6, 3-3-5 tight, 3-4, 3-4 multiple, and the multiple book. 3-4 odd. Why is it one of the best defenses in the game? Well, aside from being able to send an all-out pressure blitz, it is one of the best formations in the game to disguise your coverage. So a majority of the time, I can't say 100%, you can simply go down to the shell coverage. I don't know if you guys can see where the actual shell coverage is right here. You can go into cover 0, and it's going to make it so that your linebackers are pressed up to the line like they normally would if you guys were blitzing. So what that means is that you guys are going to be able to disguise your defense in any play that you guys want. If you're facing someone who struggles against cover 2, well, you have Tampa 2 in this playbook. You struggle against match coverage, you got cover 6, you got cover 4, you got cover 4 quarters, you got cover 4 drop, you got cover 3 match. Again, depending whatever your opponent's poison is, you're going to be able to utilize it in this playbook alongside being able to send an all-out blitz. So let's say we're coming out and we're spamming cover 4 drop, right? We're spamming nothing but coverage, and our opponent is getting very, very comfortable in it. So let's go ahead and let's just call something out of spread real quick. Let's call curl flats, right? And our opponent is getting real comfortable while we're setting up our defense the exact same way every single time, right? They're calling their play. Oh, who's open? Who's open? Who's open? Oh my God, we're playing defense, right? And now they start wondering what it is that they can do to pretty much combat this. And then all of a sudden, instead of us sending absolutely nobody, we go ahead and we send an all-out blitz, pressuring everything that's on the field, and then absolutely screaming at the quarterback. This is one of the best defenses you guys can run to absolutely disguise your coverages and confuse your opponent every single time. They're going to be playing a nonstop chess game against you as long as you keep on switching up your coverages and switching up exactly what it is you're doing on the defensive side. They will never get comfortable out of you running 3-4 odd. It doesn't matter what kind of offense they're running. The point is to make your opponent as uncomfortable as possible, and that's why 3-4 odd is one of my favorite, but it comes on this list as number 3. Now, number 2 on this list, and I'm sure you guys have played against it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It is the double mug. There are 2 variations of this formation in this game specifically. And I just call it double mug because they do exactly the same thing. It's the exact same plays. There's nothing different, except for honestly nothing, because there's really no changing in the alignment with the 3-3. It's supposed to be three linemen, three linebackers, and then the rest DBs. But the way that you change the alignment of whether they're, pinched or spread or whatever the case is, they move exactly the same way in every formation. You can find this in every single playbook. That's why this is coming at number 2, because it's also the best blitz in the game. This is probably one of the only blitzes this is one of the only 4-man blitzes aside from, no, that's it. This is probably one of the only 4-man blitzes that is consistent enough where you don't need anybody with quick jump. And I think that's massive when it comes into this game. And I just showed you exactly the proof as to why. But as you can see, this dude is slow as hell, and he's still blitzing through the A gap untouched with no pressure. This is one of the reasons why this is one of the best blitzes in the game. Now, granted, the coverage scheme behind it is a little bit tough to pretty much convince people to start running this consistently. But once you get the blitz down, you can sit there and send an all-out coverage. You can sit there and send literally nobody. You can send 3 people. But again, the whole point of this is to get that crazy pressure going up the gut. Now, once your opponent gets comfortable with trying to block your blitz while you're only sending 4 people, well, guess what? This blitz also is one of the best all-out blitzes as well, especially if you're playing man coverage. So, again, all you're doing is sending every single person. I like to crash the opposite way of where the running back is, and then you take the user that is manned up on the running back, and you're going to go ahead and pretty much blitz him with everybody else. And as you can see, the pressure is sometimes too much for your opponent to handle, and they will have to start blocking some extra people. Double mug is one of the most frustrating defenses for most people to play, and this is the best way to run it. This is the most frustrating way. If you notice that the person that you're playing is very uncomfortable against a blitz, all out blitz them, shade underneath, get that press animation on those DBs, and all of a sudden you're getting absolute pressure. Look at how much pressure we're getting. I'm actually going to show the instant replay on that so you guys can see it for yourself, how much pressure we're getting from just sending an all-out blitz. Look at this. Look at this. There's 3 guys on him. There's 3 guys all over him. It gets wicked out here. So that's number 2 on the list. Yes, there are coverages that you guys can change to make this defense a little bit better, obviously, but for the reasoning as to why this is number 2, the blitz is the reason. Every defense that you come out in has to have a solid blitz, and this is one of the best in the game. Now, number 1 and the best defense in this game, 3-3-5 penny. This is the meta defense this year. This is what all the pros are running. This is what your favorite pros are running. Competitive players, YouTubers, doesn't matter what it is. This is the absolute best defense in the game, simply because you have that extra nickel corner. And unlike the double mug formation, you have a very good blitz out of this formation, but you also have every other coverage in the game. Just like the 3-4 odd, you have cover 4 quarters. You have cover 3 blitzes, cover 2 blitzes, Tampa 2, you have zone drops, you have cover 9, cover 6 Willie. You have everything that you guys need to completely dominate your opponent, whether they are passing or running the ball, including one of the best blitzes in the game. I don't really like the setup for it, honestly. Me personally, that's why I don't really run it. I like 3-4 odd, but the setup for this is simply you shade, you crash your D-line towards where the opposite side of where the running back is. Some people like to shift their D-line towards that side as well, and then you pretty much hover. And then after that, the blitz should come in, and you see, to me, it's too inconsistent for me to be like happy with it. You need quick jumps for the blitz specifically, but when it comes to coverage assignments, when it comes to stopping the run, this defense is king, and that is exactly why 95% of the pros are currently running this defense, because it is lights out and it's one of the best in the game. And of course, once cover 3-4 odd is great, but again, you're working with all linebackers. So if your opponent is a very pass heavy person, it gets frustrating to try to stop some of those, some of the route patterns that your opponent puts out on the field. This makes it a lot easier with this 3-3-5 penny, because you have that extra nickel corner that's on the field that you're able to utilize. And I believe even in this formation, you can also substitute a safety in that middle section. Okay, so maybe not. Either way, it's one of the best blitzes in the game. It's one of the best formations in the game, and it just makes your life 10 times easier. These are the top 3 formations for defense in college football 25. If you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to every single one of you guys. My name is Pony Montana. I will see you guys in the next one, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.